Yeah, when that stuff happened, he was apparently one of the ones that was using. So that game that I went to was the game that he apparently stopped using that stuff that he was apparently using. And I remember watching that game and just being like, yo, like, what's going on?
And welcome back to another episode of Guys Being Dudes. Thank you guys very much for tuning in every single week on Tuesday at 7:30. If you guys are new here, my name is Arjun Bernal. Right here to my right-hand side is Mr. Luke Sula. You guys can find the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and of course, if you're a visual learner like myself, then YouTube. But guys, do not forget to drop a like. Do not forget to drop a comment. Do not forget to press that subscribe button. Okay, guys, we're trying to do our best for you guys every single week as we're inching closer to a full year. We're on episode 45, 7 more weeks, and we'll be at 52, man. So it's exciting stuff. We're thankful for every single one of you guys, who comes back every single week, who supports us. But, we're going to start this podcast off with the question I ask every single episode. Luke, how's this Tuesday going for you, bro?
Man, it's going good. I'm feeling good. It's the last week of April. The weather's been good. Sports have been hot, so I can't really complain. I mean, most importantly, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, man. The weather's getting a little warm, but it's actually been a little weird. It was raining last week, and then all of a sudden, sun's out, guns
it's the
out.
Central Valley, man. That
is the Central Valley. We need the rain, though.
Yeah,
we definitely need the rain, bro. It's getting pretty dry out here. I feel like it hasn't rained in a very long time. But, I've never hated the rain. It's always nice to have rainy days, cloudy days, windows open, just vibing yourself. But how was your weekend? What'd you do?
Not a whole lot, man. Just watching baseball. So, that's what I'm excited to get ready right into. So,
yeah, I had a pretty freaking long, tiring weekend. I had to get up at 6 a.m. both days. You know the gist. You did it a few weeks ago. I had a tournament direct over there at Washington Union. Dude, they have a nice facility. I'm not even going to lie. They got a pretty phenomenal facility. And that was my first time out there. It's crazy because I feel like, when we travel out of town, you're always on the 99 going south to LA, or you're going up north and you just still take the 99. Well, the 41, I feel like I never take. What cities do you take? Do you take the 41 to SLO and stuff like that? Is that every episode? Do you take it up to SLO?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, the 41, huh? Well, I'm not too on it that much, and it's crazy because Washington Union from my house, is only 16, 18 minutes away. And in my head, I was thinking it's going to be a 30-minute, 35-minute drive. Bro, it was nice and easy. Those freaking country sunrises in the morning were unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. The weather was perfect, and dude, I had a great time. There was actually one instance though. Let me ask you, did you have a run? Did you have did you have to go talk to or a problem with a team or a coach when you tournament directed?
Nope.
Bro. So listen to this. We were given 6 dozen baseballs, and I was facilitating the entire over there at Washington Union. And bro, foul ball after foul ball after foul ball. Dude, they're just going everywhere. And it's only the 14s that are losing balls. The 10Us, the parents are going to go get them. You know what I mean? They were getting the foul balls easy. The 13s, same thing, parents. But the 14U kids, I don't know if it was just that they thought they're the shit or the parents. It was a bigger, the parents were in the stands. It was stadium. So, I wouldn't expect the parents to get up out of the stands and go chase a foul ball. But I expect the kids to do that. Because, growing up, a foul ball on your side, you go get the ball, right? Dude, 3 foul balls go out of play. Not one kid goes and gets them. So I go shag them, obviously. And I'm already pissed off. It's Sunday. We're losing hella balls. I don't got many left, but I got 6 games left. And I only have 12 balls, so 2 pearls a game, which is perfect. So I knew I couldn't give out any more. And I go give these 3 balls back, and I go, hey, coach. I'm like, come here real quick. And I give him the balls. Comes over. He's like, hey, what's up? And he's first base coach, so it's team's hitting. I'm like, hey, can you tell your kids to get the foul balls? And he goes, he's like, I'm sorry, man. I only got 9 kids. And I'm like, but coach, you guys are hitting. There's 7 kids in the dugout, 1 on base and one's up to bat. I was like, this kid just hit 3 foul balls and I have him right here. And he was like, I know. He's like, I'm sorry. He's like, I keep trying to tell him to hit it straight. And I'm like, dude, I was like, okay, coach, just please tell your kids to get the foul balls. And I just turned around And I'm like, dude, he did not just say that to me.
Yeah, he just didn't get what was going on.
Yeah, and I'm like, dude, there is no possible way. So every foul ball that would come, if it was a good ball, I'd say, fuck that, dude. I'd grab one of the used balls, one of the shittier balls, and just toss that one back in because I was like, dude, you guys are just not getting these balls. I had to go hop the fence a couple times just to get some balls and like puddles of water and grass. So I was like, dude, okay, I've had enough of this. And it was already like Sunday afternoon, so I think I was just tired. I was ready to get out of there. So I kind of like, I wasn't as nice as how I just put it, maybe. I might have came off a little bit fucking pissed off, but, shit happens, dude.
Nah, yeah. I mean, because when I was at Sunnyside, when I did that, I'm not even going to lie to you. I didn't give him 2 balls. I gave him like 4 balls. And then they were still complaining to me about freaking baseballs. And I'm like, yo, like, because I get at Sunnyside, there's the buildings that it would go over and everything. But they were like, I'm like, yo, I gave you guys 4 baseballs. I was only supposed to give you guys max 3. You know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah, like, because they told me, don't give them more than 3. Just start off with 2. If you need to give them 3, give them 3. But Saturday, they were just running through 2. So I started off Sunday with 3. Mm-hmm. But then the last 2 games, man, they were asking for baseball. I'm like, yo, like, I can't be giving you guys all these baseballs. I don't get it.
I don't understand, like, how do you lose baseballs? Dude, I don't get the fact that, because, like, the umpires are supposed to return the baseballs after the game, right?
Yeah, they take them sometimes.
Okay, they have to take them. They have to.
Not only that, but them, because, like, when I was doing it, them and then the teams, they were taking them too, like, just occasionally, like, as you saw them on the ground, they just took them, if I didn't pick them up in time or whatever. But it's a bunch of things, like, players take them, they end up in players' bags some way, somehow. Like,
yeah, because just to give you guys like an idea, if you start out with 6 dozen baseballs, right, and at the end of the tournament I only had 1 full box of used baseballs and no pearls left. That means that there was 5 dozen baseballs not returned. That's, what is that, 60 baseballs?
Yeah.
Lost in a day, 2 days.
20 of them were probably actually lost.
Yeah.
So that means, the other 30 of them are
crazy.
In someone's bag and dad's bucket, all those kind of things.
A lot of baseballs. But you know who has hit a lot of baseballs in their lifetime?
Miguel Cabrera, man.
Miguel fucking Cabrera. Could we give it up real quick,
Yeah, we got to clap that one up for Mr. Miguel Cabrera. 3,000 hit club. He's finally joined it.
Unbelievable.
That's crazy, man. 19 years in the league, 3,000 hits, 500 home runs. I mean, he's the first... Well, to top it off, he's the first Venezuelan to.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Which, I mean, think about that. Like, you got the Dominicans, you got the Venezuelans, you got the Puerto Ricans, it's freaking wide range of ethnicities everywhere, and it's crazy to think that his time in the league and everything, and he's the first. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's everything. Like, out of everything that's all the cultures and everything around the game of baseball. Him being the first, like, we got to see him growing up, it was Albert Pujols. I mean, the dude's, in like the early 2010s through like 2015, he was putting up 150, 200 hits a season. Like, he was the dude.
He was the dude, bro.
And like to see him finally achieve that, like, final, like,
that milestone.
Yeah, that milestone, I guess. Because I think he's still got some type of unfinished business somewhere, but dude, I mean, like, he did it, man. 3,000 hits, 500 home runs. I mean, it's crazy. That's crazy to me to think. Like, I saw he had 9,000. He has over 9,000 at bats, and so think about that.
Wow,
9,000 at bats, 3,000 hits. Like, so what? I mean, he's batting what, 333?
Dude,
total around there. Oh, not really, but around there.
Yeah.
300 hitter.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know what I mean?
Bro.
Like, he's proven. He's done. Think about my biggest thing is, like, 19 years, he's seen all these players come and go, for 19 years and everything. He's seen baseball change, but the one thing that's never changed for him is he just fucking hits, dude. Like, he just hits.
Yeah.
Like, bro, it's crazy to think that he's putting up 120 hits a season and all that stuff consistently. And, like, we'll see what he does this year. So, I mean, big shout out to him, for getting that 3,000 hit milestone. That's pretty dope in my eyes.
That is dope.
And I think the way it happened, couldn't have been any, we were posting, tweeting about it. It was kept getting drawn out. So I think that it was good the way it happened. Just a nice early morning game. Everybody was there. Everybody was pumped. Everybody, it was like the first game on TV for baseball. So everybody got to watch it. It just worked out perfectly and all that stuff. So
I can't believe that he's had 9,000 hits.
Yeah, 9,000 hits.
9,000 at bats, over 3,000 hits now. Bro, he can get out the next 1,000 bats of his career and still be a 300 hitter.
Yeah.
Dude, that's how
think about
many damn hits this guy has had in his career.
Yeah, 3,000 hits, bro. Like, that's crazy. I mean, that's nuts.
That is nuts.
Like,
and dude, just to like he's been around, like you were saying, like he's been around so many ball players, bro. I mean, it's unbelievable. I pulled a graphic from MLB Tonight the other day that I was watching it, and the active hit leaders in the MLB right now, it goes Albert Pujols at number 1. Okay, he's 42 years old, so I mean he's done after this year, right? But he has 3,308 hits, right? The next guy behind him is Miguel Cabrera. Miguel probably has 3,304 hits now because he surpassed it.
3,002 or 3,004.
Yeah, it's somewhere around there.
I know 2002. Yeah,
it's somewhere around there. He's 39 years old. Okay, but the interesting thing is, and what I took away from their conversation on MLB Tonight is, dude, they're talking about how there might not be another player in a long time reaching 3,000 hits. Like the next guy behind Miguel Cabrera is Robinson Cano. Okay, this is the third ranked guy, active hit leaders. Okay, this is number 3 on the leaderboard. It's Robinson Cano with 2,629 hits, and he's already 39 years old. They're the same age.
Yeah,
it's
so you would need at least another 3 years of 100 hit seasons minimum.
And I mean Robinson Cano, man. I know he's doing some stuff with the Mets. I mean it's a little shaky. He's a little shaky.
He's with the Mets now.
Yeah, he's with the Mets, second baseman. Yeah,
that's right.
But behind him is Yadier Molina, 39 years old, and it drops down to 2,115. Yeah, so that shows you right there the drop, the
gap.
The gap, dude. That's a huge gap. I mean, I can keep going, but I don't even want to go.
I think it's just a matter of just the player gap because, yeah, I mean, you know, there's only like a handful really of these veteran, older, you know, legit dudes that have been in the league for a while, you know what I mean? Like handful of them that we could probably name. But I mean, yeah, look at the way, like we've said in the past, the way the game's changing, the players, the new style, the young atmosphere, all those things are coming into play, like we're seeing, you know?
Some people listening right now might be thinking of the players like Jose Altuve, Mike Trout. This one was surprising
Mike Trout's
me.
not even near close.
Bro, listen to this. I have Mike Trout's numbers for everyone right now. Mike Trout is 30 years old, okay? And he has only 1,427 hits.
I believe that.
If he can stay healthy and stay on the field, though, he has an opportunity. Because, I mean, he's 30 years old. He has 10 more years, so he's kind of halfway, but he's a little bit under the halfway mark right now. You need to be at 1,500, and he's at 1,427. So he's a little bit underneath it, but he has to stay healthy and has to hit the baseball.
That's another 10 years in the league. If he wants to get to 3,000, like, I mean, I don't see that happening. I don't
right?
Because, I mean, yeah.
Miguel Cabrera is the first player in the 2020s to reach 3,000, and they're saying that he might be the only player in the 2020s to reach 3,000 hits.
When did Pujols get it?
Pujols got it in the 2010s. I mean, it wasn't.
It was later. Yeah, later. Because
I
thought it was in the 2020s, but it wasn't. Yeah, because 2020 we had COVID. He didn't get it. So yeah, it was probably when 2018 or 19. I think he got it.
It was one of those two.
That's crazy. Yeah, he might be the only in the 20s. Probably. I think. Yeah.
Jose Altuve, right? He's 32 years old, 1,783. So he's a little bit above the halfway, but he's only got 8. I mean, he's got to play a great next 8 years of his career.
Yeah.
To get there. That's what I'm saying. Like Vladimir Guerrero Jr. might be that next guy. He might be that next guy, bro. He's batting like 350 right now.
Yeah, no.
And it's another 20 fucking years.
Yeah, it'd be another 10 years before that even gets close in the top.
Bro, he's 20. He's like 21 right now.
Yeah,
it would be another 19 years until he gets close to it, until he's 40.
Exactly, yeah.
Bro, our kids are going to be watching his fucking 3,000th hit. And we're going to be like, damn, the last guy that did that was Miguel Cabrera.
It's crazy to think, like, where will the game go in those 10 years? Like, will it be to a pitcher's advantage or will it be to a hitter's advantage? I mean, I don't know if we're going to know yet, but...
Dude, they're already talking about what... You mentioned it earlier off the podcast, the robotic umpires?
Robotic cops, robotic umpire.
Robo-cop,
yeah. So as soon as you said robo, that's what came to my head. No, yeah, the robotic umpires. Yeah, they're doing it in the minor leagues, bro. Like, and certain teams have it where it's not like an actual, like, they've had some where it's like legit, like, robots are umpiring this game, but like some of them are now like it's like this thing. So there's like this machine type thing like behind the net and everything behind home plate, and it was just calling balls and strikes. And I mean, it's supposed to be more accurate than Angel Hernandez, but I mean, again, if that comes to the case and we have robots as our freaking umpires, I think the game then it's gonna really take a dip. And I mean, who knows what way, to be honest. I mean,
I know, and they're already trying to do. They're doing some stuff like changing the baseballs a little bit. Like it's like, dude, just leave the game like how it's supposed to be played. Like the ball is like 1% lighter than last year's ball,
and the seams are less. There's no seams on, like damn near no seams on the baseball now. It's just there's everything. They keep changing everything, every aspect of the game.
Right? And it's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's just. I mean, I don't know. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's weird because, like, we grew up and back in the day when that was the way baseball was played. It was played its own way. And now, we're seeing all these crazy changes. But, I mean, there are some goods, but where, there are a lot, some bads too. I don't know, man. It's crazy. Like, to think where we'll be at in 10 years with the game, to be honest.
I was taking a shower this morning, bro. And, okay, well, that was a weird comment. But I was taking a shower this morning and I was reminiscing over my Texas Rangers, bro, because I was just thinking, I'm like, dude, we fucking suck. I'm like, dude, we fucking blow. I mean, I can't believe what's happening over there in Texas.
You guys don't have the pitching.
Dude, we don't even have a team. Like, it's just not good at all with our situation. It made me think of our 2011 team, bro, when we faced the Cardinals in the World Series. Bro, that was our fucking chance. That was our one chance, bro. We had Adrian Beltre at third, Elvis Andrews at shortstop, Ian Kinsler at second base, Mitch Moreland or Mike Napoli at first base. On the bump, we had CJ Wilson, Cole Hamels. Behind the dish, I forget who we had behind the dish. It could have been Mike Napoli.
It was Mike Napoli.
It was Mike Napoli behind the dish. Center field, Josh Hamilton. Right field, like Nelson Cruz. Like, dude, we had a fucking team. That was our chance.
No, yeah, they were legit, man.
And
I remember going to a few of those games when I would go to Texas every once in a while around that time, and that was, we'd always go to a Ranger game, and seeing that whole team was, that was awesome. That was a good time to see those Texas Rangers play and all that stuff. So
remember the St. Louis hero, bro, David Freese, dude,
But talking about that time, though, I mean, like 2014 MLB was nuts. I mean, you had the Tigers who were legit with Torrey Hunter and all those guys. Right. You had with Justin Verlander. You had the Giants who were legit. You had, I mean, there's a bunch of different teams that were legit throughout that whole time. The Rangers, there was another team. The Cardinals were legit. You had, I mean, there's Red Sox were legit. There's endless amount of teams that were legit during that 2014, 16, 2012 to 16 era.
You guys swept the fucking Tigers in the World Series. Remember that shit?
Yeah,
4 games just in and out.
Yeah, that shit
give me a ring.
Dude,
just
that
like
was
that. It was crazy.
There was some crazy. There was good guys on that team.
Pablo Sandoval, bro. Yeah, he was a fucking dude.
Yeah, he was. I mean, bro, what always amazed me about Pablo Sandoval is how big he was and how low he could get to the ground. But that's what made him such a good third baseman.
His flexibility
he was able to get fucking low as shit to the ground, and I mean, it made it that much easier. I remember playing third base, and as long as you could get low, it didn't matter how hard the ball was hit. You were able to see and read the hops. So for him, it was just he was able to get low. He read it and be light on his feet, get it going.
Makes me smile just thinking of baseball, like in the fucking past, bro. Like watching like dead ass those dudes, like. Those dudes are like our role models growing up. Like, we looked up to those guys completely. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, bro. Like, you're right. His flexibility was wild. I remember his legs would be fucking spread out. His ass would almost be squatting. He would be squatting and his ass is almost fucking hitting the ground.
Damn near, yeah. I mean, he was low.
And he was pretty smooth, bro. Like, he's kind of smooth a couple times. And he was fucking nice.
Yeah. He just, I mean, he didn't fall out. I think a lot of it, he just peaked and that was it. Like, he wasn't worried about, okay, let me get 3,000 hits. He was just like, he did his thing, and that was, he was hoping, because he never, like, he would try. I remember towards the end of his Giants career, he would try to lose the weight. They were trying to make him lose weight. They were trying to put him on this, like, plan to get fit, to hit better, to start doing a lot of things. He just didn't want to do it. And he was just like, he was just okay with, what he had. And that's fine. There's guys that are like that. There's guys that, want more. But I think, he was a dude that, probably could have ended his career a little stronger than he did it, but it's his own choice. That's the way it happened. But Sandoval.
I look at it as like, like you just said it, bro. Like, he just didn't want to do the things that the Giants wanted to make him. So at that point, it's like he's not even having fun. Yeah, because when he played, he was having a great time. He was having fun.
Yeah, because then where'd he go to next? The Braves, I think, after that or something like that. Or no, I think he went to the Red Sox or did he? Or something? He went something like that, and then he went to the Braves. But then he just hit like 220 or something like that, if that. So I mean. Little Pablo, back 2014 baseball. That was some good time for sure.
When did the Giants win? There was 3 years.
2012, 2014, 2016.
Yeah, that's one of the best runs.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. I'm not gonna lie. That overall, just the atmosphere, the tuning into those games, everything about that three World Series in 5 years, 6 years. Yeah. I mean, that's unheard of, really. And it's what they did, the way they did it. I mean, it was crazy. And it was like the 2012. I remember watching 2012, and that was honestly, that was like one of those feel good World Series. That was like, hell yeah, it's been a while, like everything. Yeah. I was, as a Giants fan, I remember. And the 2014 one was like, I felt like, okay, that one was like, we were still legit, still damn near the same team. It was still everybody. I mean, we were running through guys. I think we had, I'm blanking on one of the guys who had like 40 home runs for us. It was like was it Cody Ross? I can't remember, but it was somebody like that. And I mean, we had guys just tearing the cover off the baseball. And then that 2016 year, I was just like, I don't even know how we won the third one. We just fucking won it. But that shit was crazy for sure. I mean, I hope we can get another one soon. You got the Dodgers and the Giants. They're neck and neck right now. I think they're both 10-4 or 11-4.
People are saying the Dodgers are considered the best team in baseball right now, man. Their players, I think Freddie Freeman, a guy like Freddie Freeman, a humble guy, not too ego. His ego's not crazy. I think he's a good addition to that lineup because, I mean, he wakes up, goes to the field, and fucking rakes.
Yeah. I mean, I think the hype's around them being the best team. They're probably like top 3 team right now. I mean, the Mets, they're probably the best team all around. I don't think the Dodgers are the best team right now. They got the best names. Yeah, 100% they got the best names if you bring up that lineup. But as a team overall, I mean, they shouldn't have lost the times that they have lost the way that they did,
The Mets did lose to the Diamondbacks, though.
Yeah, but it is baseball, and okay, you could say that with the Dodgers, but at the same time, the Dodgers, if they're the best team, if they're better than even what they were doing last year, they should be putting up 10 runs a game. I mean, they should be putting up at least 5 runs a game. Some of their games, what was it, like 3-2 games? Like, you know what I mean? Like they're barely hanging on to get these wins and stuff like that. A lot of it is after seeing their team, though. It is their pitching. They don't have that strong guys that are gonna keep them. Like he comes in, you're like, all right, yeah, I know he's gonna shut this down, but. I don't know. I think the Mets. I think the Mets are the best overall team right now. Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, they've proven themselves. They're legit. They got the pitching. They have the hitting. They have that. They have the chemistry. They got the team camaraderie. They got everything. They got the swag. So.
No, yeah, and you called that out before the season started. It's crazy because both teams that we've called out and like players that we call like Nolan Arenado.
Yeah, he's
dude
batting 364 in the last 55 at bats.
That's nuts. And like the Cardinals are doing good. Like I said, bro, like once they get Jack Flaherty back and once they get a little bit more healthy in that starting rotation, bro, they're going to be lethal. But like you just said, the fucking Mets, bro, they're good.
Yeah, the Cardinals they'll hold on. Right now, they're doing okay. They should be doing better right now. Like they that first week, they start off hot. This last week, it was a little kind of like what the true Cardinals could show in a bad week sense without the your 2 pitchers you guys have out. But that's why I think they're going to be that 1 and 2 seed throughout the whole season, and then come when it's real tight playoffs, when the games matter, when it's real like serious, they're going to take off and run and really come. Because I mean, you got that much veteran status on your team combined with that little dish of young guys. They'll be able to be like, hey,
it's a good balance.
Let's come together. Yeah, it's a great balance. Let's come together and let's go win this thing,
So what do you think makes the Mets so strong? Like, what's their strongest attribute?
I think their offense. I mean, defense wins games, offense wins championships, right? Is that the
No, it's the opposite way. Defense wins championships.
No, is it offense wins games, defense? No, I think it's defense.
I mean, it could go both ways,
defense
though.
wins games, offense wins championships. Defense keeps you in the games. Offense will win it for you.
Oh, you're right. You're right. All right.
Yeah. Okay. So, and that's what I think. I think overall, I mean, obviously their offense is their defense, but what I'm saying is that group of guys, they're hitters and all that. They're fundamental, just all around good. I mean, you got a guy like Lindor who, off of a little bloop ball to right field, he's hustling out for a double. You know what I mean? Those little things that MLB guys aren't doing once they get to the league. Like they're just trotting down to first, accepting that hit. They're giving that little extra oomph. Those pitchers are going that extra inning. They're pumping a little, they're doing the extra things, the physiques. You got someone like Max Scherzer there, There's a lot of things with that, You got but it'll be a battle, I think. I think you got the Yankees and the Mets, The Yankees, I don't know, man. The Yankees are iffy because they're a chance to be one of the best teams for sure. They should be a top 5 team, but you got someone like Gerrit Cole who hasn't been performing, and like we were saying earlier, with guys behind him, the other pitchers, Luis Severino, the other guys that they got who are having to now carry his weight. As a team total, I think they got under a 2.4 ERA, and he has a 6.35 ERA after that Sunday outing. And then you got, speaking on the Yankees again, you got Giancarlo Stanton, who he's not playing because he sucks so bad. You know what I mean? He's just like, they're benching. They're not, they're taking him out of the lineup because he just sucks so bad. Like, I think overall that team it's just chemistry. It's just no one's clicking. There's too much. There's something, like I said, in that with Aaron Judge, there's something bigger in that. There has to be.
And then their fan base going off their walk-off win against the Guardians the other day. Like, dude, none of that helps to the aura of the team at all. You know what I mean? You saw them, right?
Yeah,
They're fucking throwing beer cans and shit like that.
Like it just has to be the whole atmosphere is just off of that. The Yankees, something's not right.
But what? So I mean, the Dodgers and the Yankees are comparable. I mean, they got really, really high payrolls, right? But I'm just confused as to why the Yankees cannot figure it out, but like the Dodgers can, because the Dodgers are almost to that point to where they have too big of names to where like it's just like the lineup won't flow. But luckily they balance it out enough to where, I mean, you got some guys like Mookie Betts at the top of the order. I mean, he's going to occasionally put a ball over the wall, but mainly he's that guy that's going to get on base. I mean, the Yankees guys are just fucking Bronx Bombers. They're supposed to be the fucking Bronx Bombers. You know what I mean? And dude, like
that's what they were trying to reincarnate. I feel like they were trying to reincarnate the Bronx Bombers, the old, the guys that just hit, just did everything,
and it didn't work. It's not working out.
It's not working out. You know what I mean?
And I mean, with Gerrit Cole to go on, like you were just saying, he's had a shaky start to the year, dude.
Yeah,
I mean, his last outing was better than his first two, but dude, to me, it's wild because like Gerrit Cole, we're used to the guy that's able to go 8-9 innings and give up 0 earned runs because his stuff is just that electric. Bro, we haven't seen an electric Gerrit Cole since like a year
Gerrit
ago.
Gerrit Cole was the Astros Gerrit Cole.
Bro, and he was dominant.
And yeah, I mean, that's the most, but I mean, bro, it's like just a week ago when we were talking, whatever we were talking. I mean, that game when I went to Texas last year and saw Texas Rangers versus New York Yankees and he pitched, I mean, and what did we say? That game was the first game back from the whole sticky stuff scandal.
It was. No, right? You're right. You're exactly right. It was at the same time.
Yeah, when that stuff happened, he was apparently one of the ones that was using. So that game that I went to was the game that he apparently stopped using that stuff that he was apparently using. And I remember watching that game and just being like, yo, like, what's going on? Like, he didn't. I mean, the Rangers were piecing him up. They were seeing every bit of his ball. So obviously, movement wasn't there if he wasn't using the sticky stuff. It means he was just throwing a straight ball. And two, I mean, he didn't have the same type of command that he normally would. And I think ever since that scenario has happened, which has been that year to now. And what everybody's saying, he hasn't been the same Gerrit Cole since everything. So I mean, what has he been using sticky stuff before then for the whole time, and we just never knew it? Maybe, But I mean, I think at the end of the day, the hype, they're gonna hype over Gerrit Cole. He has this good outing. They're gonna still say he's the best pitcher at the end of the day. I think. He's got to prove himself. Give him 4 or 5 solid consecutive outings and be like, okay, yep, that's the Gerrit Cole that we're used to seeing. But if he just goes, a good outing and then 2 shitty ones, a good outing, 3 shitty ones, a good outing, it's like, it really was the sticky stuff. It was more than that for sure.
No, I 100% agree. I mean, dude, it's on him though. I mean, he's already had. I mean, when did you go to that game? Like, was it a year ago or was it before COVID? No, it was when things started opening back up, huh?
It was probably about a year ago to this day.
Yeah, because I remember wasn't like the first podcast episode 1 you mentioned it, like you went to Texas to the baseball game?
Well, yeah, it was something like that. So yeah,
it was almost a year ago. Yeah. That's wild. But no, man, I mean, shit, Gerrit Cole, dude, he's got to figure his shit out because what's his contract?
It's a 9-year, $324 million. It's the most guaranteed as a pitcher.
I mean, that's got to be a lot of fucking weight on his shoulders. I mean...
No, because he's getting paid.
So you don't think
guaranteed.
like, fuck, dude, I'm the highest paid pitcher in baseball. Like, I got to figure my shit out.
Yes, but at the end of the day, he knows that money. That money is guaranteed. He walks out to the mound, he's getting paid $2.8 million. He throws a pitch, he's getting paid $1 million. You know what I mean? Like, Yes, he wants to win. He's competitive. We've seen how competitive Gerrit Cole is, but I mean, you give man that much money, you know, he feels like he's got a lot of leeway. He feels, you know, I'm sure he feels that he's not on that competitive edge as much as he would be if he was on a, you know, lesser of a contract. I feel like if he was on a, you know, 5-year, $100 million contract, he might be a little hungrier to be like, fuck that, I'm never throwing that. The Detroit Tiger game, I mean, he threw 1 2/3 inning.
Like, did you see that thing where he said if he was
and
throw
again,
2
and see,
innings?
like, I don't know, I don't know if that one's true, but I'm seeing it back and forth. Like, a lot of people are talking about it, but I mean, I haven't heard him specifically talk about it or anything. But yeah, I mean, he said that game that he got pulled out in the 1 2/3, that if he went over 2 innings, he would donate over 600. Was it computers?
Yeah,
I think
MacBooks.
Yeah, MacBooks. 600 MacBooks to was it a school in need?
School.
Yeah, it was to a school in need, right? So I mean, he promised this school, and then this Detroit game comes out, and he pitches 1 2/3. I think he walked 5 of the 11 batters he faced, and just absolutely shit the bed. It was his worst start in his career. Like, he's never done that bad.
And it's just so suspect because, like, bro, like, you hear the claims about him. Hey, all I'm going to do is if I throw 2 innings, I'll donate 600 MacBooks. And then exactly
1 2/3.
Yeah, 1 2 fucking thirds. Like, that's ridiculous, dude. Yeah. That's fucking ridiculous. 1 out away.
That's what I'm saying. Saying obviously that doesn't go to a money, but that's like if that is true, that's why I'm like, yo, then what is his mindset? Because if then he's really like, fuck, you know, I'm like, I don't know, I don't even know what to say about his mindset right there. Because yeah, I mean, if he really said, yeah, I'm going to donate 600 laptops to this school if I go over 2 innings, which I don't know why he even said 2 innings. He's a starter.
That was my thing.
Like,
too.
yeah, why you're a starter? Why you're not going to go 4 innings? Like, why the 2 innings? So that didn't make sense right off the bat. And then to the fact that he just shit the bed and only goes 1 2/3, like, there's more to this, and I don't know.
1,000% there's more to it because, like, dude, no, to go off on like why he would say 2 innings, like if he's saying 2 innings as like a joke, to be like, yeah, I'm obviously gonna go 2 innings. Like, he's better off just saying fucking 1 inning. You know what I mean? Like, he's a fucking starter. It's guaranteed usually that a starter is gonna go 1 or 2 innings, and then the fact that he doesn't reach the 2 innings like that he said he would do if, you know, that he needed. Like, it's just suspect. Like, at 5 innings would have been less suspect. You know what I mean? Like, if he said, hey, if I go 5 innings, I'll do this, and then gets pulled out in an inning and 2/3, like, okay, it's more understandable. But just the way it unfolded, so sus.
Yeah.
So sus.
Yeah, for sure. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, he's definitely not the same, but I guess we'll see. You know, I guess if the Yankees pull it together and they make a playoff run and they do everything right, you know, Gerrit Cole's still going to be talked about as, you know, the best pitcher this year and everything, doing what he's doing. But there's some dudes out there for sure. There's some guys getting it done. Corbin Burns, you know, for the Brewers. Wheeler when he gets back. There's a bunch of dudes who are going to be competing for him. Scherzer, you know, for that top dog spot. So I think his time has come and it's been passed. I think he's just Gerrit Cole now, to be honest.
We've seen that with some pitchers. I think nobody fears
him. You know what I mean?
Remember that with like Jake Arrieta? Similar situation. Remember it was with the Cubs when they won it?
Yeah.
And 2016, dude, he was a dog.
Yeah.
And then where did he go? He fell off. Remember Dallas Keuchel was a dog. And then now, he's coming close to the end of his career because he's pitching his way out of the league. It's not like he's just getting old. He's literally pitching himself out of the league. Mm-hmm. And we might see Gerrit Cole might be another one of those guys.
Yeah, no, it's a possibility for sure. I think
he'll still be driving a Lamborghini or McLaren, whatever the fuck he wants to do out of the league.
$324 million contract.
Yeah.
The dude's literally,
living in the fucking skyscraper in New York City.
But fuck, man. It is what it is. But I got something. It's a little over unders. Kind of
betting?
go on, huh?
Like betting?
It's like betting. We're not obviously placing some real bets here, but I kind of got some that go on to the MLB season. So it's basically like, for example, do you think the over-under will be, or over-under Vladimir Guerrero Jr. to have 45 home runs and 100 RBIs? What do you think?
45 home runs? What do you have, like 46?
Last year, 49? Yeah.
45 home runs. Damn. I don't know. 100 ribbies. That's difficult, but it's doable.
92.
Yeah. I'm gonna say he's gonna have an under.
You think an under?
Under. See, he's gonna be close, but 100 ribbies and 45.
I
tanks.
think over. Because
really?
if he did what he did last year, and he was in the talks, I think with his chip on his shoulder and his team being better this year, he's on a hot start, which again, I know baseball, what comes up can't come down. But I think he's on pace to not double, but do better than what he's did last year. And what he did last year, possibly 50 home runs, 120 RBIs. I could see that, something like that. And that's a phenomenal year. I mean,
if he does that, he better be the Triple Crown winner.
Right, he has to be.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, okay. What about Shohei Ohtani to have 10 wins? Last year he had 9. He went 9-2. Right now he's 1-2.
Yeah, I know. He's off to a shaky start, but 10 wins. That's all? Nothing else?
10 wins.
Strikeouts or nothing. Just 10 wins. Yeah, he'll get 10 wins. I'm going to pick the over here. Even though he's off to a shaky start, his first 2 starts were both L's. But, I think he figured it out. His first 2 games, he was throwing like 70% fastballs. And I mean, dude, you can't do that in the pros. I mean, they're professional hitters. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You get behind an account and you're going to go to a fastball, it's going to get hammered.
Right.
So his last season he was throwing like 30% fastballs, and the rest were like cutters, changeups, sliders. And that's what you have to do in the major leagues. You got to mix that shit up, throw all your pitches, the same amount.
And it goes for anybody that wants to just.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, if you want to be a dominant pitcher at the next level or whatever level you're in, 1, you have to throw strikes. Yep. Okay. 2, you have to hit your locations. And 3, you have to throw all your pitches for strikes. It's simple as that. If you could do all 3 of those things, you're going to be a great pitcher. So I'm going to take the over 10.
I think that will lie on obviously how the Angels do. But I think if he gets to 10 wins, they make the playoffs.
I didn't even think about the Angels. Yeah, his team sucks.
Yeah,
I mean they're second
they
in
don't
the AL.
suck. See, the thing is, okay, they don't suck. They're all right. I think they could be better. That's my thing. I think they could be better. They got guys like Syndergaard, Trout. You know what I mean? They got Doods. They got Ohtani. They got Odell. Or Adele.
And they lose the fucking series to the Baltimore Orioles.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like they got guys. I don't know. They got to figure it out. So I think if they make the playoffs, yeah, that means Ohtani has a great year. That means everybody clicked. That means he's got 10 wins. Everything's good. Everybody's happy.
Let's hope, because I mean, the playoffs are 2 extra teams this year.
Right.
So I mean, there's room.
Yeah. All right. Miguel Cabrera is coming off his 3,000 hit. The last time he's ever put over 200 hits was in 2012. So will Miguel Cabrera, which was exactly 10 years ago, so will Miguel Cabrera have over or under 150 hits?
Holy fuck.
Last year, he had 127.
Bro, I'm tripping off the fact that this fool had over 200 hits.
Yeah. 10 years ago, he had 200 hits.
Holy
He was putting up 150,
shit,
100 and all that.
I don't know. We're coming close to his age, bro. He's 39 years old. He's gotten 3,000
exactly.
hits.
He's getting down to the old. You don't think they're going to serve him up?
What does he need? 150, you're saying?
150 hits.
It's honestly, it's doable in his sense if he can just stay the hitter that he is. Because, I mean, the hitter that he is, bro, he's like that guy that's just like, you can't beat me. Like, I feel like that's his mentality when he gets up in the box. Because, like his 3,000 hit, bro. I mean, that was pure Miguel Cabrera. Hit it to the opposite side of the field. You know, I mean, just get it done.
Big, yep.
And that's the Miguel Cabrera that I love to watch. So, I mean, it's doable. If he can stay that type of hitter and not get complacent because he has reached this new milestone, it's doable. I'm going to pick the over.
2012, he had 205 hits. 2013, he had 193 hits. 2014, he had 191 hits. 2015, he's in the 140s. 2016, he's in the 180s. He drops a little bit till 2019. Then he's in 140, and then obviously the shortened season. And then 2021 is when he had 121 hits.
I mean, that goes to show right there, guys. If you're trying to get that 3,000 fucking hit club,
you have to hit over 120 hits.
You have to hit the ball.
Yeah, you have to just hit the ball.
That's crazy, bro. That's unbelievable.
So
and you have to be that type of hitter. I'm going over, bro.
You think so?
Oh, yeah, bro. Hey, if this is going to be his last year, if it is, I'm not sure if it's going to be. Bro, what if he just ends off on a high note?
I think somebody with them adding like guys like Baez and stuff, I think Cabrera could maybe last another year or two. Because but I don't know. I mean, I think this will be his last year because he's got that 3,000 mark. But I mean, they got some young juice. If he's just hitting, why not just stay and just hit for a couple more years?
He's not playing first base no more. He's just DH.
Well, he is, but I'm just saying, why not just DH him? They got the universal DH now. Do all that. Just
before you go to your next one, I got a question for you. Would you like being a DH in the league? Just only DH, bro? 162 games of just not playing the field and just only hitting.
I mean, yeah and no.
Because I mean, Albert Pujols, that's practically what he's doing.
Yeah, I know. Because think about how easy, in a sense, easy your job is. Like, you don't got to do anything besides walk up to the batter's box and hit the ball, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, hitting the ball is hella hard. But, I mean, think about all that time you're just sitting there. You're just cold. You're just iced. Like, I guarantee Albert Pujols probably goes down to the batting cages in the locker room like 6 times in a game just to get his swing, just get his back loose again or something, you know what I mean? Before he goes up to bat. Like, there's got to be something that he's doing, you know what I mean? Like, I think it has its pluses and minuses, but I couldn't imagine like consistently just being the DH only. Because I would want to play the field. I like playing the field. I like doing that thing. So I don't think I could just be a DH. What about you?
No, yeah, I couldn't be the DH. Honestly,
like it'd be fun. Like obviously, if I'm hitting 50 tanks,
I'm already used to just watching the games from the dugout. So I mean, I think I could do it.
But truly though, but think about it. Like every time you're like, fuck, what am I up again? 6 more batters. All right, well, I guess I can go eat a hot dog, go do some things. Like I don't know.
And it's probably hard
sounds like
because
it gets old.
I mean, like we were POs. I mean, and I never played. Come on. I mean, I knew that I wasn't getting into the game, so I didn't have to like be like ready to go in. So I mean, in his sense, I mean, he's got to stay kind of locked in, an entire game.
That's what I'm saying. Every game, just to sit there for 3 at bats a game. You know?
That's tough. But you got another one or no?
Yeah, I got one more. All right, over under, or this one even really isn't an over under, but just who do you think will win, the National League or American League? Who wins outright?
American.
Really?
American usually wins the All-Star games because I feel like they got the better hitters. And, the MLB just got rid of the sticky stuff. So, I mean, the pitchers don't really have the advantage as much as they used to anymore. So, I think the American League can stay being the better hitting league and win the World Series this year.
Yeah. I'm going to go with National League on that one just because I like the changes in the National League, the environment and everything we got. So, we'll switch it up. You got American, I got National.
I like that.
But yeah, that was just a little over under, a little what you think. That's all I got.
I fuck with that heavy, honestly.
This Thursday, guys, got the NFL draft.
Oh yeah, that's actually gonna be sick. I hope there's some guys here training at Athletic Performance that I was shooting last few months. I'm excited to see where they end up. Yeah, that's pretty cool stuff,
biggest
dude.
moment of these young men's lives,
bro.
Think about that.
Dead ass.
Like this next weekend is some of the biggest moments. A lot of these guys, our age, a little bit older, are been training their whole lives for the one phone call that they're gonna get, is to be like, hey, this is blah 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 from the Cleveland Browns. We're drafting you, man. Like that's got to be the craziest moment, and a lot of those NFL guys who have made it say that's one of the most life-changing moments in the world, getting drafted. So that should be fun for sure.
Good luck to our episode 38 guest, Alex Akingbulu. He's one of the guys that I just mentioned that's been training at AP. I mean, he's been grinding, bro. He's been grinding, like you said, like this next week, these next few days are the biggest next few days of their entire lives that they live so far. So, I mean, hope everything goes well with everyone. But, he just dropped an actual album, too, not too long ago. This week, YDN.
Yep.
Time will tell. You listened to it. You said it was fresh, huh?
Mm-hmm. You didn't listen to it?
No, I've only listened to 2 songs. Yeah, but it's not that big. It's only a 7-song EP.
Just an EP. Yeah,
that's nice. I'll listen to it later when we edit.
Yeah, it's a bop for sure. And if you guys don't know anything about YDN or have no idea what we're talking about, like you said, episode 38, there should be a little thing will pop up right now. But episode 38, Mr. Akingbulu himself, man. I mean, the vibe on that album, you can tell it's just like they wanted it to hit all type of feelings and emotions. Like literally, like I'm just sitting there on one song, I'm just head bopping the whole time, like just vibing. The next one, I got my eyes closed the whole time, just like. The next one, I was like, oh, all right, let's get. I'm like going a little bit, like dancing, like it was different. Every song was just a different vibe, that like different feeling, and you could tell that that shit, like they really put some like inspiration, true hard work behind that shit. Like they weren't dropping it just for fun. Like they were actually dropping this little piece of art right here to prove that, hey guys, we're here. I mean, dude, they're on the Afro beats. They're on some of their featured playlists, like on the big like Apple Music play, like Apple Music makes playlists and stuff. Yeah. They're like on those playlists, like they're already getting enough views and listens. So, I mean, I'm telling you, bro, it's fire. Like that shit it's pretty fire. And I'm not a big Afrobeat listener, and once I actually tuned in and gave it a shot, I was like, this is a vibe. Like I actually genuinely vibe with it. I don't know. I liked it. That's so make sure you guys go check it out. Time will tell. It's fire. Like I said, I hope you enjoy it when you listen to it. But I mean, that was episode 38 for Mr. Akingbulu, go check that one out. Yeah.
I think that's pretty much it for episode 45.
Yeah.
I like that hat. Not gonna cap. That's a fresh hat. It's slick, clean. Yep.
If you guys are still here listening or watching, I want to ask you guys for just a little feedback. And it could be anything, whether, what you guys want to hear, what you guys don't want to hear, what you guys want us to stop saying. You want me to shut up more, you want RJ to shut up. Like, seriously, any type of feedback, because we believe, right, if we're trying to bring you guys the best content each week, we got to know what you guys want. And if we don't know what you guys want, then, it's hard to bring you guys what you guys deserve. So, if you're here at this point to the end, what are we, 45 minutes into the podcast, an hour into the podcast, drop a comment. Just one little suggestion. Hey, maybe, raise your hand a little more or something, whatever. It could be whatever.
Yeah, I like that, dude.
Just, we need some feedback. I'm asking for some feedback, and I believe that if you guys are here at this point, that, you're loyal fans, you're true GBD fanatics, just, and I don't know. I don't know what the word is.
That was good. I like that. Hey, guys, drop a comment. We need some feedback. I like that. We need some
feedback because, we're trying to bring you guys the best possible content.
Yeah.
So
I fucked with that, man. That's good shit.
Yeah, there was a word I was looking for, but I don't got it, so I'm done.
Don't you hate that when you're like off the podcast and like you have the word and then it just fucking, when time comes, it just doesn't fucking go your way. It doesn't come up in your head. Shit happens. But guys, like you just said, that was episode 45. We absolutely love you guys. Make sure to, give us some feedback. We'll see you guys next Tuesday. You guys already know the deal, 7:30. Don't be late, Remember to press that subscribe button, drop a like, drop a comment, leave a dope review, and we're out, guys. Take care. Peace.